Porsche is killing the flat six Cayman. That's right, the GT4 and GTS 4.0, the last naturally aspirated mid-engine Porsche sports cars, are going extinct in October 2025, and fans are furious. While Porsche pushes toward an electric future, enthusiasts are clinging to these last pure machines. Why? Because prices are spiking fast, and it's only just begun. Porsche's EV rollout is already stalling. Battery supply issues have pushed the next-gen Cayman EV back to 2027. That leaves the 414-horsepower GT4 and the 394-horsepower GTS 4.0, priced at around $99,700, as the last real driver's Caymans on Earth. Used GTS 4.0s are now fetching $85K to $95K. GT4s tried $95K to $110K if you can even find one. In this video, we're diving deep into why Porsche is ditching its soul, how the flat six market is turning into collector gold, and yes, we've got a wild POV drive coming up. If you missed the raw, analog days of the 911, welcome to the resistance. Tap subscribe, ring that bell, and smash like if your dream Porsche still makes noise. Porsche fans, buckle up, because this part hurts. In October 2025, Porsche is officially shutting down production of the 718 GT4 and GTS 4.0. Why? Not because demand is low, not because they aren't profitable, but because Porsche is chasing its 80% electric sales target by 2030, even if it means abandoning the very soul of what made the Cayman legendary. The decision isn't just about CO2 regulations or Euro 7 compliance. It's also driven by new cybersecurity mandates in the EU, plus Porsche's push for OTA updates in all future models. But here's the kicker. Their EV strategy is already falling apart. The upcoming electric Cayman, previewed by the Mission R, is now delayed until 2027 thanks to battery tech issues. Heavyweight, supply chain delays, thermal management, everything's a mess. And fans? They're raging. Just look at what happened with the 911 Turbo S Hybrid. It's fast, sure, but the soul is missing. No shriek of a flat six, no manual, just silence and wait. People don't want a digital spaceship. They want a mechanical experience. And that's what the GT4 and GTS 4.0 deliver. The GT4 is a 414 horsepower scalpel, built for the track. It was already pulled from some markets in 2024 due to emissions and low volume restrictions. The GTS 4.0 is a dual personality weapon. 394 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, screams to 7,800 RPM, and yes, you can still get both in manual or PDK. But purists are flocking to the stick. According to Renless polls, 60% of Cayman fans still prefer ICE. And in Japan, they're hoarding GTS 4.0s like it's 1999. True Tony Data even said it best, quote, "This is Porsche's last real heartbeat. You kill this engine, you kill the legend." Meanwhile, Porsche's first electric Macan sales fell 7% in Q2. Now the community is begging for a final edition GTS like the legendary 97R, but with flat six production ending, there's no plan. The flat six is dying, and Porsche fans feel betrayed. Collectors, they're smelling blood in the water, and they're already circling. If you're still thinking about grabbing a GT4 or GTS 4.0, this is your warning. The window is closing. Let's break down what these cars cost right now and where they're heading. Brand new, the GTS 4.0 starts at $99,700, and that includes Sport Chrono, PASM adaptive suspension, and a 6-speed manual. Load one up with options like carbon buckets and bows, you're looking at $115,000 or more. The GT4? It's climbing even faster. 2023 models are regularly selling for $103K to $125K. And if you're chasing a GT4 RS, good luck. MSRP starts at $164,200, but dealers are asking up to $200,000 with markups. Even used GTS 4.0s are hot. Low mileage manuals now list between $85K to $95K. GT4s? Try 95K to 110K if you can even find one. Dealer markups of 5K to 15K are common. One seller even said, GTS 4.0, it's a unicorn. You want one? Pay the price or walk. And here's where it gets crazy. Less than 10,000 GTS 4.0s were made globally, around 5,000 GT4s, and only 25% are manuals, even though 57% of buyers want them. That mismatch, it's pushing values through the roof. By 2030, expect to see GTS 4.0 120K to 140K, GT4 130K to 150K, GT4 RS 200K to 220K. And right now, you can still find an 85K GTS 4.0 with decent miles. If that sounds expensive, remember, people once passed on the 993 Turbo for under 60K. Today, try 300K. These Caymans are the 993 Turbos of this generation. If you grab one now, you're not just driving a future icon. You're sitting on investment gold. And yes, there are deals out there. One Reddit user snagged a 2021 GTS 4.0 with manual and 12K miles for 87K flat. Another found a dealer fire sale GT4 for 98K. One-day listing, gone in hours. So do your homework, get pre-approved, and be ready to pounce. Because once the EV Caymans arrive, the flat six cars, they'll be untouchable. All right, so let's say you buy one. What's it really like to live with a GTS 4.0 or GT4? Simple answer, it's pure Porsche soul every day. The GTS 4.0 is the sweet spot. 394 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. A screaming 7,800 RPM redline. It comes with Sport Chrono, PASM adaptive suspension, and a crisp manual or lightning-fast PDK. And it'll cruise comfortably on the highway Monday morning, then rip a mountain pass on Saturday afternoon without breaking a sweat. And with a top speed of 182 miles per hour and handling that can outcorner even the C8 Corvette, this isn't just a fast car, it's a driver's car. The GT4, that's the next level. 414 horsepower, wider rubber, aero, grip up to 1.2 G in corners. It's basically a mini GT3 with a mid-engine layout. And the GT4 RS, that's the race-bred monster. 493 horsepower, 703 Nürburgring time, and a howling intake that lives inches from your ear. But here's what really matters: emotion. The GTS 4.0 gives you 911 vibes without the 911 price. You sit low, the chassis talks to you, the throttle response is immediate. There's zero delay, no hybrid filters, just raw feedback like the best Porsches from the 90s. The mid-engine balance gives it more neutral handling than any 911 Turbo or Carrera 4. And 68% of Cayman fans in Haggerty's 2025 poll said the GTS 4.0 was their favorite modern Porsche, period. But it's not just about performance. It's about owning something timeless. Maintenance? Plan for about 2K to 3.5K a year. Tires and brakes are the big hitters. Insurance? Around 1,800 to 3K depending on age and record. Fuel? Around 21 mpgs combined. And reliability? According to the UK's MOT data, a 98% pass rate. This thing just works. Even the daily side is underrated. The Cayman's got a 150-liter frunk, enough trunk space for weekend gear, and seating that doesn't kill your spine on long drives. At Porschifan99 called his GTS 4.0 the only car I've owned that actually feels like it likes me back. And there's nostalgia here too. The GTS 4.0 traces its DNA straight back to the 987 Cayman R and even the 914. Cars built for real drivers, not digital algorithms. You're not buying a tech showcase, you're buying a golden era driving machine. And if you're shopping used, get a pre-purchase inspection. Especially check for clutch wear, PASM leaks, and warranty history. But overall, these things are built like tanks. So whether you're chasing lap times or twisty back roads, or just want to turn your garage into a Porsche shrine, this is your moment. These cars will never exist again. Own the last of the breed and live the 911 dream for half the price. This is what it's all about. 394 horsepower, manual gearbox, 1.1 G of grip, and that flat six howl bouncing off the canyon walls. Porsche can build all the EVs they want. Nothing will ever feel like this. The GT4 is sharper, the GT4 RS is insane, but the GTS 4.0, it's the perfect blend of everyday and extraordinary. This isn't just a drive, it's a time capsule. It feels like a 993 Carrera and a 97 Cayman R had a baby. And no hybrid 911, no matter how fast, can match this connection. Let's recap. In October 2025, Porsche will end production of the 718 GT4 and GTS 4.0. The GTS 4.0, priced at $99,700 new, is already selling for $85K to $95K used. The GT4, $95K to $110K now, soon climbing past $130K. And as Porsche pushes electric, the Flat 6 era is done. Want one? Buy it now or pay double by 2030. These are Porsche's last Flat 6 gods. So here's the question. Would you take the GTS 4.0, the GT4, or roll the dice on a hybrid 911 Turbo S? Drop your pick in the comments.